and girls, getting ready to do the weekend roundup. No, we're not. What? Yes, we are. No, we're not. Getting ready to go live, quite on the sit.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. In no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch, with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud of the Avatar for your viewing and or listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. Today is October 27th. 2017 here in Shroud of the Avatar, and gotta say happy birthday to the moms. Mom's birthday's today, and of course Led Zepp's wife sharing the same birthday. Happy birthday to the ladies out there, and of course anybody else's birthdays we may have missed. But I gotta especially give it to the mom. 73 years old today. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mom.
And still out there kicking.
And happy birthday to Led Zepp's wife.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's doing to him for her birthday.
I don't know.
Is
wonder what he's doing to her for her birthday.
Oh, yeah.
He's breaking out the killer whale costume, probably, having a good time.
Well, see, I visualize Led Zepp as the receiver in this relationship, not as the giver.
Well, I don't know about that. Yeah. I mean, I could see get me this, get me that, but I don't know. Otherwise. Moving right along. It is Friday, and of course, yesterday was release day. We had a couple little blunders yesterday trying to get the show.
Hey, patch day is always kind of chaotic. I mean, because
always fun. That's right. It wouldn't be.
We started at
our game went out to chaos.
We started at build 677. Yesterday there was 2 patches, and at Portalarium this morning they had a power outage for 20 to 30 minutes.
Somebody plug in the microwave again while they were uploading the next patch.
This was a scheduled power outage that I talked to Starr about this last night at Shooter Jennings' show. And so yesterday was supposed to be the power outage at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, no, please, whatever you do not do it today. And so
it was do it on Thursday.
Yeah, it was rescheduled for this morning. I think they're possibly trying to upgrade something as far as the power in the building. But
didn't they recently have an extra circuit put in, and I think they maybe have another circuit actually put in to offset the load a little bit.
They might be trying to increase the power output just because Portalarium seems draining all the power.
Taking up all the power in the building.
All the power.
They come in and turn the switches on, and all of a sudden the whole neighborhood dims.
Yeah, all good.
It is.
But so that was a little planned outage at the Portalarium offices. So yesterday, everybody was supposed to turn off their computers before they left the office. I'll let you take a wild guess which executive producer didn't turn off his computer.
The Attenwood. No,
I said
no.
executive producer.
Well, isn't he
He's an associate producer.
associate? Yeah, well,
Yeah.
of course. There's only one executive producer. I know that. but
Okay, yeah.
yes.
So Starr last night, Starr's
Mr.
like,
Long
"Oh, man, I
himself.
forgot
That's
to-"
right.
Yeah, but it is one where it appears to have
Oh.
power because you know what we've seen some posts in Discord from Gix. So
The Gix post those? I thought those came from Pete the Noob.
did you not see at 7:00 this morning? Gix was posting at 10:00, 10:50. Yep. Because last night Shooter gave us a little present, a little gunslinger guitar picks.
Yeah, no, I don't see any pictures from Gix.
Well, he didn't
Yeah.
post pictures,
No.
but he was writing stuff. He was posting.
Oh, I saw the chatter and
posting.
stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
Is we should show the picture of Pete the Noob with Shooter. That's a classic picture.
What are you talking about? No, can't do it.
Sure.
Now you're making me scroll up. You dirty bastard.
It's so tough. So tough.
It is.
That's
It
right.
is complicated.
Pete the Noob hanging
But-
out with Shooter last night.
So can you see that guitar pick on my screen?
I can. It's black.
It's
about all.
It's blurry. But the other side, you'll laugh at. I don't know if you recognize that symbol or not.
Red Bull Alliance.
Shh, Scrota. This was the Laz quiz. I'm sure he didn't know
I
that.
can't see it. All I see is a black pickup on your camera.
So we do
Gotta
have.
understand.
You're a
Yeah.
rebel.
Yeah, we do have a picture of Pete the Noob with none other than Shooter Jennings. And don't forget that anytime you see Shooter giving the finger in a selfie, it's because he actually hates selfies.
That's right.
Well, actually,
either that or he's sending a message to Spec,
Well,
one of the two.
yeah, that and the way he's
Yeah.
got that finger, maybe he was doing something else with it. I don't know.
I'll never tell.
Yeah, but
He's letting you know where that finger was.
and prostate exam was completed.
And of course, Shooter hanging out with Starr.
Oh,
You don't want to know what was going on in that picture.
yeah, that one we probably don't want to show.
Oops.
But we can show the picture of
Bug.
Pete the Noob taking a selfie. I don't know who's in the background. I don't know.
I don't know. It looks like it might be the Dark Star. Was that Shooter coming off stage as well?
No, that's some dude just wearing a
That's-
cowboy hat.
Some other
That's
guy
just
in a
right.
cowboy hat.
But
That's right.
there's some dude with his hands in his pockets that's just staring intently at the stage as well. So you've got Gix Vargach in the bottom left-hand corner, and then you've got Pete taking the selfie. Beside him is Starr, and beside that is some random dude wearing a hat for some odd reason. Yeah,
I don't know.
Some random
Pete was
Jack.
wearing a hat. Gix was wearing a hat.
some random Jack.
Some random dude with the
Yeah.
mustache.
And then there's some random dude picking his ass in there as well.
Is there?
Look at that dude with the
guy
Sure,
next to the cowboy
yeah.
hat.
yeah. He's got to dig in deep, man. He's
Yeah,
digging.
he's deep.
He's
Yeah.
digging.
He's
That's
Oh,
right.
got that.
yeah.
He's looking for that gold.
The motion sensing. I mean, it's like he was jiggling so fast that he was twitching. So, yeah.
Of course, these and many more pictures are in our Discord. You can come on in and join us any day of the week and come tell us what's going on or share your pictures and stuff that you've done out there in the world and join in all the fun and shenanigans right here in the NBNN WRFB Discord.
Yeah.
You just never know what you're going to see in here, that's for sure. Now, of course, I'll touch on the new charity items because we got a lot of new charity items out there.
Yeah, now I need to go find it again. Let's see. Where are we going? Children's and family charities. Don't forget the
Children's and family charities.
Make a Difference
All
store.
sorts of great new stuff. That's right.
Has been updated, and don't forget that's going to that portion of the Make a Difference store is going to be supporting the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals, as well as the Doctors Without Borders. And there's all kinds of new items from doctors' outfits all the way to nurses' outfits to you know what? You need your IV, fill it with whatever beverage you feel like.
Need to fill it up with some rum and just directly input it.
Make sure that you sit in the wheelchair to lay down on the hospital bed, as well as sign packs and other things. So those are all new items that are going to be directly benefiting the Make a Difference section. But there's also some additional items that if you make those purchases off the add-on store will also benefit that Make a Difference charity selection. That's going to be the Resurrection Ankh, the Chaos Ankh, the Alchemy 9 Sign 9-pack, Hospitaller 9-pack, or Sign 9-pack, and the Life Magic Sign 9-pack. All of those items will also benefit Doctors Without Borders and the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals. So that's pretty damn sweet that if you go to the Make a Difference.
Right. Dark Star came in and threw a reminder in on that. Don't forget those items.
And that's the Children's and Families Charity section in the Make a Difference store. So go check that out. 12 new items. For things. Yay.
Gotta love all the new stuff. Gotta love the outfits. We definitely gotta love the outfits. Although I think there should be a bloody version. I think they should have thrown a bloody version out for Halloween. But yeah,
some bloody rags.
Some bloody scrubs. Bloody scrubs. Yeah, okay. You know. I mean, bloody nurse's outfit, bloody doctor's outfit. I mean, you know.
You know what? If you go through and turn around and look at the flesh cloak from 2 years ago, that could be added as well. Oh wait, you can buy that unless you buy mine off of Shroud Marketplace.
You can't buy that. That's right.
But we also have an update to the water.org charity section, because this is also...
Yes, I had that up there a moment ago as well.
Yeah.
But we'll go back to it real quick.
Because Starr just posted on that as well. So the water.org charity in the Make a Difference section, you have the addition of the brand new item, the Kobold Toilet, as well as the new expansions of all the water housing will also benefit that the water.org. So that is a new addition, and that was done by Starr earlier. So all of those items, a portion of those proceeds will be benefiting.
Again, these are let's start at the top then, because I saw this.
You want to go through all of them?
Thanks. Well, I want to show them, but I know Thex had made the post on the order.org, and I saw the 2 new posts pushing the Kobold indoor toilet.
Yes.
And then the new expansions. Of course, I didn't see all that. I just figured.
All of the water homes have been included for benefiting the water.org, including hot tubs and outhouses. Fountains.
Now, is that the same list that Starr puts down here?
I believe so. I believe.
Yeah. Don't forget any add-on items we just added, including the pirate galleons. I mean, he added a whole list worth of other stuff.
Yes, all kinds of
anything to do with water fountains, boats. All this stuff is going to go and support those charities. So,
yeah, which is always good. And you have to remember that part of Portalurium's mission statement is to be a good force in the world and to actually actually help others in need. So that is a great thing that they're able to actually go through, and they're starting to migrate more assets over to the charity aspect, and also working with the ARI Fund as well for some of this information.
Absolutely. Great stuff out there. And again, ARI Fund's going to be bringing you all sorts of great stuff. We've got the Extra Life coming up here just, next week, is it? Or 2 weeks from now?
Something like that.
The Virtuous Chaos, that's on the 4th. That's not this Saturday, next Saturday. So great stuff coming down the pipe. But meanwhile, we got some patch notes, some stand-ups,
We got something. All depend. I mean, I just show up here, man. You know that, and read things.
Yeah, you don't know nothing.
I know nothing because you're always changing up what we're doing, but we do have stand-up corner.
It's live.
Stand-up live, unscripted,
Patch
and
notes,
completely
stand-up
unprepared.
corner. Stand-up patch notes. Pick one. I guess you did.
I did. I said stand-up. I said stand-up.
You gotta find it. Now, I'm curious about the comment there, so I'm going to let you
What?
interpret that.
Which comment?
The very first comment on the stand-up there.
The third best stand-up are from 10:20 to 10:30 with the tech team skipped on release days. Well, see, I would have to say the third best. So that means the art department is the best.
Oh, so there is no tech department.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Yeah, they skipped the stand up during that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
Not too much
I
interpreted.
don't
First, I'm
know why
wondering
you're having problems there. Yeah.
technical difficulties. You know, you got
it's
to
like-
ask.
Technical reading problems is what you're. Is that what you're
That's
going on?
right. Yeah, you think that just applies to electronics? No, that's my life.
Manual? What the hell is that? I'm not manual.
Yeah. Technical difficulties everywhere.
Okay, so yeah, don't forget during release days, the tech team skips out just to make sure that everything goes through without a hitch. But that doesn't mean that the art department is off for Thursday. So Bob the Builder,
Cult of Bob.
working on the dead hedges.
Dead Hedges.
Damon,
Damon Waldron.
working on release 48 preparation and the Crystal Shield. Fletcher,
Nice. Fletch.
is going to have to put a sign in front of his house this Halloween as he's working on the Elven Children.
Are we gonna get to eat the Elven Children's?
I don't know, but he's going to be putting a sign in front of his yard after this. Cat,
Free candy?
working on the bugs.
Bug.
The Ugly Fist also working on bugs.
Bug.
And screenshot support. The Almighty Gix Vargach. Matt was going to the Shooter Jennings show last night and buying Jack a beer.
Yay.
Did he actually do that?
Yes, he did.
Was it a hoppy beer?
No, it was a Dos Equis.
Wow.
The choice was Lone Star or Dos Equis.
I don't blame you.
No, that was the choice last night. Dos
You
Equis
made the right one.
or
You made the
Lone
right
Star.
choice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you drink 2 or 3 Dos Equis, then you can drink the Lone Star. Yeah. Then he was working on combat movement polish and release 48 planning. And according to the patch notes, there might be some arm swing.
Might be.
Yep. He was bragging up about it last night.
Maybe.
He's excited about it.
Then Reed working on the snow people and screenshot
Snow
support.
people. That's right.
Just beware when eating the yellow snow. Make sure that you do it from a diabetic, so that way it's sweeter.
Speaking of snow people, I put the snowman out today because, again, winter is...
Dude, seriously, Thanksgiving comes first,
And-
after Halloween.
Sorry, we had the first snow in the States yesterday.
Are you
so
taking
it's
your
that
cue?
time, man.
Are you taking your cue from, like, Macy's?
Yeah.
It's October. It's time to start decorating for Halloween.
I mean,
No, wait,
I
not
didn't
Halloween.
do Christmas. This is a snowman. Snowmen
Christmas.
not necessarily associated with Christmas, are they? Anyway, somewhere up in, I believe, North Dakota, they had snow yesterday for the first time this year.
Well, that's someplace in North Dakota, but if you remember a few weeks ago, our friends in Colorado, including especially Audacity, was talking about it snowing over there as well. So,
Yeah.
So, I mean...
But that happens to be a 2015 snowman. And of course, I'm guessing he's working on the 2017 snow family.
Yeah.
Add to the collection. Before you know it, when the holidays come out, I'm going to have so many snow people, it's going to be ridiculous, you know.
I don't know. I'll just go pee on them all. Then after that, screenshot support and wreaths and bugs.
Bug.
Over in design, Beezus was working on bugs.
The bees. Bug.
And virtue armor.
Woohoo. Armor.
Sea Wolf.
Sea Wolf.
Trying to optimize Brittany's alley. He's trying to make sure that he's spreading the lube. So
Going up Brittany's alley again? Jeez.
Yeah, well, he's got to put the lube in there so that way she loads a lot faster.
Oh, is that what it is? It's the secret lube?
They're
using the nut butter again. They trying to just... Yeah.
That's the only way to optimize her, so that way she loads faster, is you've got to make sure and lube her up properly.
That way.
So,
talking about her alleys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damien is working on not being a nice guy for Release 48 prep in bugs.
Bug.
And playtesting. Dan the man.
Dan the man, Brennan.
Working on bugs.
Bug.
In Tier 1 and Tier 2 for spawning audit. Yeah, Sanio working on player instructions and known issues and bugs.
Bug.
Lum the Mad. Bugs.
The Mad. Bugs.
Hey, has anybody done that quest reset yet?
No. I'm going to talk about a couple things here once we get through that, though.
Sorcerer Steve. Ardoris optimization and Tier 2 new mine map. New mine.
Things that make you go,
Oh, and imagine that, the energy vortex. Also working on that. He wasn't able to make it out last night. Maybe he'll be able to make it out Saturday. Tier 2 new mine map. Out in studio services, we had Andrea working on sanity testing and QA and forums. Barrick working on those announcements and store item updates. In the weekly update, Chaox is working on their raffle rewards and database integrations and patch notes and sales prep in bugs.
Bug.
Serafina, store testing and sanity tests and customer service.
Working on that wonderful customer service.
And patch note support. Over in Useless Overhead, the Dippy Bird.
The bird.
I see you reaching for it, so I'm going to pause.
Just
when I say the Dippy Bird, and you're like, this.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
What was that key again? Working on the artifacts.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Jess from Travian in the office working on Stefan support.
Working on Stefan's support. Stefan needs some support for his support, and I like that, man.
Yeah. Kelland working on Richard Garriott emails and scheduling and playtesting.
Kelland.
Yeah,
NFG.
I don't know whether or not Kelland might be one of the Travian people, because a bunch of Travian people are in the office right now.
Okay, well, that's what that would be my guess.
No. Yeah. Then Hutch working on
Very
Novia
nice.
polish and forums polish and bugs
Bug.
in map kickoff meeting. Lord British working on the Jura entry and playtesting and press.
And hanging out on the NBNN lawn.
Yeah, Sasha working on Oktoberfest support. Working on drinking them
Beer.
lagers and
Wine.
and Black Sun
Liquor.
launch
Brewing.
direction. Yeah.
That's right. That should be any day now.
Dark Star working on the weekly update and sales direction, and Black Sun launch direction and release 48 schedule, and picking up Shooter from the airport.
Woohoo.
And then
Getting
Stefan.
him to the show on time.
Yeah, Stefan's in Austin and live release review in Candyman in meetings. That's what our devs said they were working on yesterday. And Spec, we don't know what's going on, but what happened to the spanking train happening up to our cameraman?
Everybody was on the spanking
I don't
train
know. I wasn't here. I
yesterday.
just got here. I'm
Yeah.
spanking the snowman back to Winterland.
Yeah, you
Oh.
tell
You're
him to look
too
up there.
Get it gone. This is too early.
I was
know.
put off. I was put off by it when I showed up to the lot today too. I was like, "What's with the snowman?"
I know.
It's
like Laz is
snowfall. and-
Yeah, it's like, does that justify keeping the snowman out until like July? Because there's snow somewhere in the U.S.
Well, I can tell you there's probably snow somewhere all year, you know.
Absolutely.
It's like my Christmas and August sales when Laz goes crazy and has his Christmas and August sales, you know.
Yep.
This crazy man was talking about bringing out a Christmas tree as well, but he didn't.
Hey, I stopped short. I was gonna bring out the tabletop and put it right up where Marguerite's doing her flame dancer, but I said, nah. See, people would give me shit for that, but no, they're gonna give me shit for the snowman. So.
Oh, we're just gonna give you shit just because it's
Yeah.
like,
Just for that, every day now, I'm gonna bring out another snowman until I'm done.
How many days until Christmas?
he's gonna pull out one for every day.
Or-
One for every day.
wow.
I don't know. I
You
know.
won't do
I've
it.
got.
You can't do it. You won't do it. I don't believe you.
Yeah, he
I know.
will.
I think I've got 3 sets of snowman families. So.
No, well, I think you have to do. I think you have to put out one Christmas ornament or decoration a day until Christmas.
I could do
Run
that.
out.
Oh no! Trust me, I've got a whole
So you're
chest
saying
of
challenge
just
accepted?
seasonal items. Challenge accepted,
All right, folks.
of course. I'm not
We're
going to
gonna-
tell you where I'm putting it on the lot or what it is. I'm going to make you
I'm not
find
looking
it
up
every
your
day.
kill.
How about that?
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to put some mistletoe right underneath my kilts. This way.
Definitely not.
Well,
So I need to hear the report. Who took selfies with Shooter?
Well, you know I did.
Pete's got it.
Yeah, the only one we've seen is Pete.
my phone died during Shooter's show, and you can ask Pete whether or not I'm telling the truth about that.
It's true. It's
I
true.
mean, you texted me pictures saying Shooter was yelling about me.
Well,
Lies.
Well, yeah, in the middle of the
Lies.
show, he just goes, fuck Spec, and like we were all just kind of like shocked by it, and we were wondering why.
Lies.
Don't know what you're talking about, Angela. Spec,
Don't
I
know
love
what
you.
you're talking about.
Spec, yeah. Telling
So
people
I've got to
Shooter had
ask a question out there. Is we were all running around getting the new emotes and stuff. Did anybody get the new courage emote? Because
there was a discussion yesterday in Noble's chat that it wasn't in, but it may have been put in one of the patches that did happen yesterday afternoon.
nope. As I was out after both of the patches, I spent quite a bit of time out in the High Vale outskirts, and actually, I forget who I was talking to. I think it was Dax Stigler, and he's like, "Laz, have you been able to get it?
Hey.
Should we bug report it?"
I know.
Of course, I've been waiting to see if it gets bug reported, and it hasn't yet, only because I guess, and again, makes me wonder, is it actually a bug, or we just haven't dug hard enough to find what the key word is? So I'm just trying to find out if anybody's been able
that
to
means
trigger it yet.
bug reported. It's the same way that last night.
So if we're too stupid to figure out what the key word is, we should bug report it. I disagree with that.
Bug report it just because, you know what? They put those keywords under there, and it shouldn't be something that's impossible to find.
Well, there are a couple of, there's more than a couple of, many of the NPCs have keywords that are not in their keyword list, and you have to,
you're supposed.
I haven't gone down to visit Knob lately, but I don't think horse or mount is one of the keywords to get your coconuts that he has on his speech list. Unless they've updated that.
It's job to get your
coconuts. No, job will teach you to pick the nose. Job is to pick the nose, ain't it?
Lean back.
Lean back, lean right, lean left.
Okay, well, see again. So you'd say job, you get that. You don't get the horse unless you mention a horse or a mount, but that's nowhere in there. Yeah,
it's kind of in his dialogue, but you end up with, you know what? Once you uncover that dialogue, it's supposed to create the keyword, which is a bug. So that is not supposed to be a hidden feature. That is a bug.
Now, again, there are several NPCs that do not give you that dialogue, and that is they've told us it's intentional. Okay, so why are you saying it's a bug?
Because if you think about it, what else did they tell us about like quest assistants? Are they ever going to put exclamation marks and question marks on top of people's head?
They just put big blue sparkly things and big things on the map, which is just as good as put an exclamation or a question mark, in my opinion. Yeah. So let's not even go down that route, because I'll kill the whole rest of the show on that one.
No, but it's one where did they say that they were intentionally staying away from that, and then they turned around and they decided, hey, you know what, we need to do this. So yes, you should bug report the fact that you don't know what the conversation dialogue is. It's the same way that you spend an hour opening a friggin' door on the courage path because you can't figure out what the keyword is. That's a bug.
Let's see again. Stupidity on one's part is not a bug on their part, in my opinion. So
yes, it is.
Yeah, if you can't figure it out, like the puzzle for that gate out there where you died 3,000 times that one day,
Well, that was,
you can't figure out the puzzle imps. Does not make it a bug.
That was imps, man.
Just because you can't answer the dragon's riddles does not make it a bug. So no, I got to draw a line there. Sorry.
That wasn't because of not knowing how to answer the dragon's riddles. I was dying because of the imps and aggro. It's like
because
you
you're a limp noodle is not a reason to report it as a bug. Okay, exactly my point.
It wasn't only me that was dying to that. So So yes, bug report it, just like you should bug report the fact that agriculture last night was not giving XP, even though the patch notes said it was. That's a bug. Yeah,
well, it's been a bug for the last 2 releases,
but the patch notes said that was fixed. So bug report it.
Let's talk about some of those patch notes.
Sure, why not?
So I'm guessing since everybody is silent, nobody answered the question. Nobody's gotten the courage emote yet. That was the
bug.
Well, again, that was the point of mine asking. If somebody came back and said, "Hey, I got it,"
I'm really trying to get people really drunk on today's show, and you're not following along and repeating the proper word.
Bug.
So, Nero just messaged me, Nero Draconian, and says, in case anybody wondered, you can aggro the Curious Dragon again. You can aggro the Curious Dragon.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Okay, so build number 681 did come out yesterday afternoon, and it only had a couple of notes. They fixed an NPC town, Northshire, and other similar towns that were not loading player property correctly, and added an error message for map to server connection failures. Known issues is a slew of them, but yesterday afternoon saw another patch at 680. Remember, we released it at 677. So the 680 release had the avatar sprinting now includes animated arm swings with moving encumbered with weapons drawn. And the real question is how over exaggerated is it?
I don't know. I haven't actually tried yet. I did read those notes, and I always thought that the way we ran to begin with was a little too clunky.
Hey, you know what? Don't yell at the animator. He's going to summon weird things on the lot, and your virtue's just going to go black.
That's something that we don't ever expect around here.
Nope.
There's a reason why a Rezonk is that close in proximity to us.
Okay, so summon demons no longer damage themselves. I don't know why that. I think they should damage themselves as part of being very chaotic.
Somebody actually thanked the developers for fixing that. I figured they would have farmed the living daylight out of it, but
yeah. Then after that, they added a small chance for Tier 8 skeletons to spawn near the ruins in Sequana Colossus. Run
Tier
8 skeletons.
Okay. Isn't it bad enough that the Tier 2 skeleton archers can still kick a high adventure level's ass? But now we got Tier 8 skeletons.
That's because you enjoy being crit. And it's like
I don't know. I must get all the crits from all the archers because I even use a shield and they beat the living daylights out of me.
They get the crits only because you keep on bending over right in front of them.
Bend over. That's right.
Then the run and walk animation tweaks was made to fix shields poking through arms. Gasolus now includes more interactive items and updated the bank signs. Stuck areas were blocked. And a hidden Easter egg.
Easter egg. I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg.
Yes. Fixed sign placement in Britannia's estate. Players who use a quest reset will now be able to start the Battle of Highvale correctly. I don't know anybody that's used it yet. Of course, I wasn't talking because I had to run yesterday, and I was gone pretty much all day. A skeleton hand in the ruins of Ravensmoor had its color corrected. They fixed a stuck spot in the epitaph. Color corrected the tier of copper ore nodes in Vauban Pass. This is a lot of fixes. Particles and lights and visual effects and sound effects from traps now property. Fixed an issue where consumable item cooldowns would not show properly. Ancient Staff of Anarchy. Ancient Staff of Anarchy. Which actually isn't a staff, it's a bow. Now, no longer triggers global cooldown on every... No, I'm actually making that up. I have no idea what it is. But the Ancient Staff of Anarchy should not be a bludgeon weapon. It should be something completely different with the wrong name, and they should actually make several of them and just put them in different schools. Everything but a staff.
Everything but a staff.
Yes. And they should make it...
sword, a bow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all called the Ancient Staff of Anarchy just because, and every single one has a different...
I love this shit.
Different benefits. You know what? Make the game better. Just screw with things. I mean, they adjusted the doctor's pants to prevent something from falling out. Fixed visible red line at the seams of the doctor's pants. The Abundus River, which lets out into the Naryard channel at Harvest, now has custom collision. This is a lot of notes.
Yeah. Well, just let you know they're working.
Remove durability from Jabbering Bertha, preventing durability issues. A public vendor in Esgard no longer has mismatched skin tones. They added sound effects to the gate gold-plated iron fence. All one-handed rune weapons are now set to use both arms. To fix twitching shield hold.
Twitching shields.
I don't know. I've never seen a twitch in this game.
No, we've never seen a twitch or a tick in this game ever, have we?
Never abused it either. Added cloth simulation to the nurse's skirt, so that way when you stand on top of the air jet, it blows up properly. Zangoff now properly gives XP reward for Bound by Love, a quest resolution. Fixed a minor collision error in the fall. The Oracle now properly unlocks the Lunar Rift point during character creation. Fixed a graphical error on water in North Ravenswood. Load balance was updated. Fixed an issue that would cause audio to stutter after playing or listening to an instrument. Fixed several issues with interactive items in the epitaph. Also blocked stuck spots and increased lava damage.
You mean we can't swim in lava anymore?
It depends. If you're in a freak, you should have no problems, or if you're a fire elemental, you should have no problems whatsoever. Now, if you're just role-playing one of those, it might be a problem. Unless you have the proper skin. Clock sound effects is adjusted with the master slider. Novia River Headwaters was updated. They moved a painting in the clink that was blocking access to a doorway. Realigned walls and floors in the clink to have correct alignment with the main grid of the scene. Sign sound effects are now linked to the master slider. Fixed a bug that caused some nested player-owned towns to be labeled as besieged. The real question is, I know this will actually upset Spiff, is whether or not if you are a nested player-owned town, are you still going to be able to place...
Now, I saw a little thing on that. Let's finish those.
Fixed an issue
where
dodge power masterwork was not contributing to combat dodge modifier. Rotated the weapon on bludgeon attacks to accommodate shield poses. Fixed the pivot point of the Oktoberfest banner, adding all skills impacted by the stacking change to the 100% return on the unlearn list.
Bye-bye.
Fixed losing devotional buffs when changing maps, and fixed NPC sound effects continuing to play after death. Known issues.
Now, somebody had done a ton of them. That's right. There's still a ton of known issues. Now, somebody had posted about going into a nested town and finding it under siege and finding its name change, which I don't see why it wouldn't be affected by a devotional. It should be. Now, of course, the other thing I wanted to mention, and the question brought up, is that islands don't have an information button, and I don't know if they were aware of that one yet. That needs to be reported.
Reported as a bug.
Yep. Bug.
Let's see. Wait. So, Nero has a nested pot in devotionals and wondered if I placed them, it would increase sieges on Spite. No, it will not affect the sieges on Spite because Spite is already attuned to the love path. So that it will only be under siege during that time. So if you own a nested player-owned town, you can place as many devotionals. As many devotionals. It won't affect
the above ground town.
It doesn't do a damned thing to anything around it, so it becomes a cheap way to get devotional buffs. Yep.
Or a very annoying way to block your players from getting into your town, one of the two.
Well, the nested player-owned towns can't be sieged.
Well, again, I don't see why that would be the case. I mean,
it's because it doesn't have the overworld map. I mean, if it nested player-owned town, they should find a way to siege it.
Well, just because the entrance isn't on the overworld doesn't mean that, again, that's, unless, of course, it's like Red Hook and it's an underground. That one I would understand, that it's an underground, but if you take a balloon up to another...
I'm sorry, but...
up to another level.
Red Hook should be sieged by the drow. And gnomes.
Well, Red Hook doesn't have any devotion.
Yeah, it should...
Ain't got none now.
I'm sorry. What are the evil dwarves called? I forgot. in D&D.
Evil dwarves?
Yeah, the evil dwarves. What are they called? I forgot what they're called.
They're called Dwerger.
Yes, that's it. That's who it should besiege. Red Hook. Yep. Yeah. And Slipstick also said it in Twitch chat. Yep. Don't know what I'm talking about.
You really think that, Satyr? I don't know about that.
All your fault.
I don't think nested towns are already hard to get players to visit. I mean, Diamond Fields gets its, slew of traffic. It just depends on how much you promote your nested town. I know a lot of nested towns that get lots of traffic, but that's due to the promotion of their owners. If you don't promote your nested town, nobody else is going to know it exists.
Hey,
and I'll be one of the first to tell you that I don't promote Red Hook the Underground right now, and I don't plan to ever really promote that because it's meant to be something you stumble upon and you want to live in for the storyline that I've got going around the other towns. And of course, if you find my other towns on Soda Map, you'll read the storylines, and then there's just a little mention of the Underground. That's it.
Maybe you should go to Solania and then go find the player-owned town, the Haunted Keep of Solania, so that way you can go do the maze that's out there.
Yeah.
I heard there's actual special stuff inside of the chest if you complete the maze. The maze.
The maze.
Yes.
Can't you just run across the top of the maze and get to the chest?
Oh no. That maze is evil, man. It is a fun maze.
I don't know. I have to go take a look. But anyway, time to move right along. We got to go ahead and cover the weekend roundup of events that's going on here. And, of course, before we do that, we got to tell you, of course, that you can check that out on the NBN Trinity Avatar app. And you can get the app on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your electronic devices. You can read the NBN Daily Britannia. I added a link yesterday to Synestis Bounty Board out there. That should be appearing in one of the next updates. Did a couple other updates out there on the app, so look forward to those for the next patch for those of you guys who do have it. And, of course, if you don't have it, you can go out and get it. It's free. Don't cost you nothing, and it's got all sorts of handy tools. And it'll allow you to come in and talk to us, listen to podcasts, listen to radio, and, of course, check out the daily calendar hosted right here on nbnn.info. And we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up this weekend.
Oh, wait. I've got to talk to Shooter next time I see him about placing a bounty out on spec.
Ooh.
I think she might enjoy that, knowing that there's a bounty.
Yeah, well, you got to understand, Spec will kick anybody's ass who comes along and tries to kill her. So,
well, you know what? You've got to make it interesting for her, so the NBN Bounty Board might be the proper place to do it. Wergar. Yes. Then, so don't forget, the NBN Community Calendar is also available on that app. And the NBN Community Calendar is also on nbnn.info. Just click on the calendar button. All time. Actually, Laz has done a great job aggregating as many Google public calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar as he knows about it. And if you have a Google calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar, or if you just have a Gmail account and you want to start adding some events, you need to message that guy, news@nbnn.info, and eventually he'll do something with it.
They'll get you added to a calendar that you can post to, or we'll get your calendar added to the master calendar. That's
We'll
right.
do something for you. May or may not include a happy ending. But all times on
reach around. That's right.
All times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time. This is the weekend edition, so don't forget, Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You can listen to Two Idiots on Radio Free Britannia as they interpret the news, so you don't have to, on a little show called Lunch with us. Tonight at 7 p.m. out in the town of Phoenix Republic. Or actually, you should join Phoenix Republic PvE nights with Malhari and Kazan Phoenix Fire as they go explore all kinds of places. If you're interested in some PvP, You can
Upper PvP-ness.
You can go to the non-PvP town of Vengeance for Vengeance Madness. At the same time, you can always tune in your Ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia for the 70s at 7 at 10 p.m. on Avatar's Radio. DJ Jockdow Flodden's taking over for Chaotic Casualties. At 10 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia is The Record Room, which takes us to Saturday. Yes. Where it's being kicked off at midnight with DJ Aline Dragonfire with songs for Saphira. At 1 a.m. on Radio Free Britannia is the House of Omen with DJ Omen Crew.
House of Omen on WRFB.
At 7 a.m. on Radio Free Britannia is Wake Up New Britannia with Wolftum and Celine. Don't forget to pay attention to their special segment called Who Are You? Which you can always find. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? Oh. Which is always available off of their SoundCloud account as well. At 10 a.m. is the Paxlayer General Meeting Morning Edition. At 12 p.m. is Pet Brawling and Music.
Pet Brawling.
That's taking
new event on the
That
calendar.
is taking place out in Elementum. And that's going to, avatars will have their combat pets brawl each other while listening to fun music. First prize wins some Kodos, and an additional donation of $100 will be made to the Airy Fund Think Pink Community Cause by Tails Sivarov. So please go out to the Pet Brawl on Saturday morning for 12 to 2 with your pets. Summon them all, let them kill each other. Best pet wins. Yes. At 12 noon is also at 12 is the welcome quest from Duke Gregor. At 1 p.m. Prism and Diamond Fields presents their monthly GM tutoring event with a costume contest. And that's going to be taking place on their lot. And don't forget, they have almost every single crafting GM, probably all of them.
That's right.
and-
You want to learn those skills,
bring-
get out to those events, folks.
Bring a ton of mats and sit and make sure that you've got a ton of crafting XP in your pool. And just tag along and boom, become a GM. At 8 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, the Sleepiest and Lord Baldrith are doing their Echoes from the Cavern between 8 and 10. At 8:30, 8 p.m. in-game, you've got the Paxlayer General Meeting taking place in their Discord channel and in-game. At 9:30 on Avatar's Radio is the Pumpkin Up the Volume for the Airy Fund. At 10 p.m. is the Noma Promo Asia Edition. Now with requests taking place on Promo Alley out in the town of Novian Market.
Promo Alley.
Promo Alley.
Promo Alley.
You ready for Sunday?
Nope. Now I am.
I mean, you're sitting there typing things. It's like,
yeah, I don't think I have a trigger for that, so I had to go and manually
are
do
you
it.
sure?
Of course.
Are you sure about that?
Sunday.
At the Fair Park Coliseum.
1 a.m. in-game Noma Promo
Noma
Asia
Promo.
Edition with requests. At the same time, you need to tune your Ether amplifiers for Radio Free Britannia with the House of Omen
WRFP
and DJ Omen Pro. At 6 a.m. is the Noma Promo European Edition. At 9 a.m. on Avatar's Radio, you have DJ Striker Sparhawk doing the Lost in the Spaces, an eclectic flow of tunes.
in the Spaces.
At noon, the Noma promos still going on in the town of Novian Market with the America Edition. Americas. Because there's more than one Americas.
It's because there's more than one Americas. That's right.
Right. At 12:30 in the town of New Britannian Market, you've got Astronomy Night taking place with Bowen Bloodgood. I almost called him Blowing Blood Good.
Yeah, well, you did, so don't worry about it.
I have multiple times. It's all good. Let's see. 3 p.m. You have to remember that all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere. The only life lesson learned from years of playing Dungeons and Dragons. You need to go to the town.
Get right to the dungeon. Get right to the pub.
Get right to the pub because you need to get those refreshments and food in your belly. And maybe listen to some gossip and find your next great adventure. Because the Bear Tavern out in the Baron's Reach is having their pub crawl. Because all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere. Woohoo! At 4 p.m. is the EVL Fall Fashion Show taking place in the town of Cottage Grove. So that's going to be their quarterly fashion show, and it's starting at 4, lasting until 5. So come in your best rocks. And pay attention to Carrie Death, Fade, and Brickbat. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
And that is our community calendar for this weekend, October 27th through the 29th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Yes.
That's right. And of course, it is Friday, boys and girls. And that means we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the weekend. And going to go out there and see what kind of trouble we can get in with the new release out there. Let me remind you, you're watching Lunch with us guys, Laz and Jack, right here on NBNN, or watching on Twitter or Twitch, or watching in repeats on YouTube, or listening on WRFB Radio Free Britannia, and we appreciate it. If you want to be part of the madness, you can come on into Discord by going out to nbnn.info or wrfb.rocks. Use the Discord app, come on in, join us, or you can just hop on into the Twitch chat and tell us what's going on. But meanwhile, don't forget, still a couple days left in this month's Think Pink community cause, and Airy Fun's rolling out a bunch of new stuff. You'll check out the Make a Difference section of the forums, and that's where the conversations from today's show were pointed out. That Dex started those, and Dark Star added a whole bunch of other items excuse me, that you can buy to support charities due to the common core causality of the boys and girls down there. They want to give, and we're willing to help them give and help others. And of course, that's what we do out here is gamers helping gamers. You can game for a cause. I mean, how does it get any better than that? Coil more wands, putting the magic in your hands. If you're looking for a custom wand or stave built to specifications, check out Arius Coilmore. He'll go ahead and take down what you want, and he'll let you know when it's ready. But of course, don't forget that costs a pretty penny, folks. But you're going to get yourself one heck of a wand. Scrota's music service. It's Scrota. It's music. He's upside down wearing his wizard's hat today, or at least he was. And of course, you can hire Scrota. We'll tell you more about that in just a minute. The Britannia Money Company wants you to come check out Market Road over in Black Rock Cove. Black Rock Cove is located in the Quell region, right next to the town of Exeter, and near the Exeter and Elysium mines for your mining addiction. RelicsMyRills.com. Relics My Rild for all your licensed Shroud and Avatar swag. You need t-shirts, hats, patches, beer mugs, glasses, shot glasses, coffee cups, all that good stuff. Relics My Rild's got you covered. And of course, if you want to save a little money on your swag, you can use the promo code NBNM when you check out at Relics by Rild and save 10% off your purchase. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing you all sorts of great entertainment on the airwaves right here in Novia throughout the week. Of course, don't forget to tune into Omen Crow's House of Omen later on tonight and Saturday. And of course, don't forget to wake up with the boys and girls over on Wake Up New Britannia, Wolfton and Celine tomorrow. And of course, kicking off your week on Monday, Arius Coilmore. Just check it out. All sorts of great stuff happening on your in-game radio every day round the clock. WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And of course, last but not least, TroutMarketplace.com. for all your virtual vendable needs. If you've got a virtual vendable you need to get rid of, or if you're looking for a virtual item, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go. And Jack's going to tell you all a little bit about it.
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. You know what? Someone just added a tax-free founder keep lot deed that includes a 5-story basement as well as a house. And you get to choose the house that you want on top of that sucker. But that's up for sale on Shroud Marketplace. But anything and everything game-related, from accounts to game gold, Crowns of the Obsidian, all the way to artifacts and rares and expired items all over the place, including services.
I thought you sold that lot already.
Don't know what you're talking about. We can look in game and see that Jack does own a tax-free founder keep deed.
Somebody asked me if you had a deed like that. I told them you sold it already.
See,
Jeez.
see
I
what
could
little
have made a sale.
What little you don't know, Jack sold and then bought it back.
Well, see, okay.
Therein lies the rub.
Yeah, okay.
So someone loaned me some money until I paid them
Yes.
back. So, yeah.
I remember that. But
Hey.
then I thought you sold it again after that.
No.
How many times have you sold this damn deed already? Anyway, moving on. We got to get out of here because we are
out of time.
At that time. That's
Again,
right.
we do have to thank everybody that's hanging out with us in Discord. Thank you very much. And especially thanks to everybody watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do the show without you guys.
Thank everybody who joins us here every single day on the lot. Of course, abusing those emotes down here.
I don't see it as abuse. I mean, I think people are
having
enjoying
fun with the emotes.
Yeah. I mean, the hardest part is actually getting your hot hand to where it actually lands directly on the butt and not
on
through.
the butt.
Yeah,
that's right.
So that.
But meanwhile, we do have to get out of here. And of course, again, thank you everybody for your support. We love you guys. And don't forget, we will be back on Monday with more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, the latest hijinks and shenanigans right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NDNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday. And clear.